Are you thinking about moving to Summerville, South Carolina? It's charming, historic, and super family friendly, but let's be real, no place is perfect. In this video, I'm telling you the honest truth and breaking down some hidden challenges people have living here. From traffic headaches to hot, humid summers, there is some things that drive people crazy about living here. So stick around to the end because we're diving deep in this, and come with me. All right, if you're wondering who I am, my name is Dave Broom. I am a realtor in the Charleston, South Carolina and surrounding areas. My wife and I and our 4 kids moved down here from Buffalo, New York almost 3 years ago now. We do love living down here, but in this video, I am going to be as honest as possible and tell you about some things that maybe annoy us about living here or other feedback that I've heard from other clients about after they've moved down here. We're going to go through 8 hidden truths that could be a challenge of living down here. But if you can handle these things, this is definitely it could be the right place for you and could be the right place for where you want to move. But if you do get value from these videos, I do these videos to show you the area. I do neighborhood tours. I do walkthroughs of homes. I give you as much information as possible. I do truth videos like this where I go over some of the negatives. I also do a lot of positives with lists. I also do a lot of videos with lists of positives and that about Summerville, South Carolina as well. So if you do get value, make sure that you like the video, you subscribe to my channel, and you also hit the notification bell so you know when new videos are hitting the channel and you can come check them out. And to be honest with you, my team and I are getting calls, texts, emails every single day from people just like me 3 years ago, just like you stumbling upon this video. You're looking for a change. You're looking to get out of the state that you don't like to live in anymore. And you come across this video and end up reaching out and end up moving down here and liking it and giving me a little bit of feedback about what you don't like. And mostly it is positive, but knowing what you don't like helps me create videos like this. So let's continue this video on the things. Actually, if you want more information, if you can give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. You can do that days, nights, weekends. The number and email are on the screen right now. I love to have a no pressure conversation, whether you're 3 days from moving or 3 years from moving. The time is right to reach out and just get more information and see if this could possibly be the right area for you. But now let's continue this video on the hidden truths, a couple negative things about living in Summerville, South Carolina. All right, number 1 on the list is definitely the traffic congestion. The rapid growth of Summerville has definitely strained infrastructure, leading to frequent traffic congestion, particularly on the main routes like I-26 and Highway 78. Yeah, traffic can definitely be an issue in the area. There is more and more people moving to the area and the infrastructure has not caught up yet, but they are making adjustments to the roads and that they're widening certain roads. They're making different outlets into different neighborhoods. For example, in Cane Bay, there was only 2 outlets. Now they're making a 3rd outlet with Fairwinds Boulevard. So they are making adjustments. They are building some highways, some different ways in and out of certain areas, but it is taking time. So it is going to take patience until the infrastructure catches up to the massive growth that we are experiencing in Summerville, South Carolina. So traffic can be an issue. What I would recommend when you move down here or when you come to visit is to use the GPS a lot and discover different routes to take to work, to different areas. 26 is definitely going to get busy, especially certain times of the day, especially during rush hour. If you're going to downtown Charleston from Summerville in the morning during rush hour, it can take you quite a while to get down there, but there is different routes to take. And you just learn the area. That's my recommendation for getting around some of the traffic issues. All right, number 2 on the list is the rapid development. That kind of goes hand in hand with number 1. The town's population growth has led to significant residential and commercial development, which some residents feel distracts from its small town charm. Additionally, this growth has created a strain on local resources, schools, and amenities. Yes, development in the Summerville area is rapid. There's still new developments, new home developments coming in. There was issues with too many students in certain schools, but they are making adjustments as well to this. Even in the Cane Bay Nexton area, they're building a new Nexton middle school, and they are putting a new elementary school in the Cane Bay school district, or in the Berkeley school district by Cane Bay. So they are making adjustments with this. Is slow again, and they are doing a lot of building. There's a lot of new construction going on. They are also in Cane Bay. They are planning a development of stores and restaurants, just kind of like Nexton area. So if you do like that thing, if you do like that sort of thing, like you like stores, you like being close to stores, being close to restaurants, Nexton is getting built up with stores and restaurants. They have a really nice area, commercial area like that. Over in Carnes Crossroads, they're building things up. And over in Summers Corner, they're also bringing more and more stores. They're building a Publix. If you like that sort of thing, you like being close to things, it's kind of like moving towards being like the Mount Pleasant area where there's stores everywhere. This could be the right place for you. If you don't like that, you might want to see if we can get you out into the country area like Holly Hill or something like that and see if that's more of an option. But Summerville is becoming a little bit more commercialized. They are keeping that small town feel as much as possible, but it is becoming a little bit more commercialized. All right, number 3 is the hot and humid summers. Summerville experiences long, humid summers with average highs in the 90s. This can make outdoor activities uncomfortable and increase utility costs due to air conditioning needs. Yes, it does get hot in the summer. Definitely gets hot. You're talking May, part of May, June, but June, July, August definitely can get hot and humid, up into the 90s, humidity. But the one good thing about living in the Summerville area is a lot of the developments have pools. So you're out by the pool a lot. It does cool down. It is cooler in the morning and at night, so you can still get outside. And you're close enough to the beach, so you are 30 to 50 minutes from the beach, depending on where you are in Summerville area. So the beach is a day trip away. You can be by water, and it is actually enjoyable at times being outside in the 90s when you're by water. And you can get outside. So I'm from Buffalo, New York, and we were stuck in the house a lot because it was colder. Here it flips in the summer and it's super hot, but I don't think it's unbearable. Even summers in the Buffalo area were hot and humid, so I'm kind of used to the humidity, and you do get used to it the longer that you live down here. Now that we've lived 3 years down here, almost 3 years down here, 90 does not feel extremely hot to us like it used to. And like I said, being by water activities, using the hose on the trampoline, things like that, there are certain things that you can do to cool down, but it's definitely hot and humid over the summer. All right, number 4 on the list is probably the most serious one, and that is the hurricane risk. Like much of the Lowcountry, Summerville is susceptible to hurricanes and tropical storms during the Atlantic hurricane season, requiring preparation and potential evacuation. Living in South Carolina, we are on the coast and we are susceptible to hurricanes. We're also susceptible to hurricanes that come from the Gulf and come onto land and then go north. I have been through 3 different hurricanes, and the biggest thing is that I would say is listen to the weather stations, listen to your local county for preparations and that, and to see how bad the hurricane is going to be. Also, bring things inside, even if you don't think it's going to be bad and super high winds. Put your trampoline down, bring as much as you can inside, because sometimes it can get a little worse than they're saying as well. But they do a great job preparing you, warning you when the hurricanes are coming and when they think it's going to be high winds and be more dangerous than other times. So there is a lot of preparation with the hurricanes. They do give you a lot of information. And one good thing about living in Summerville, we're 40 minutes from the coast, so you don't get the surge and quite as much flooding. There is certain flood zones in the Summerville area, but not as many as down in the Charleston area when you're real close to the coast. All right, number 5 on the list. It doesn't affect me anymore because I'm old and I got 4 kids, but the limited nightlife. While Summerville has a growing number of restaurants and breweries, the nightlife options are limited compared to Charleston. Younger residents or those looking for more vibrant social scenes may find it lacking in the Summerville area. There's not as many, the nightlife isn't as good in the Summerville area, but you do have Charleston, which is close, and that has a vibrant nightlife. So if you're looking for the rooftop bars, if you're looking more of the nighttime scene, Charleston is a quick drive away. So you can get to that. Just Summerville doesn't have the options that the Charleston area has. It does have some breweries, does have some nice restaurants in that, but it's just not quite the vibrant nightlife scene. Like I said, with me, I'm almost 40 now and 4 kids. Get out once in a while. I'm not looking for that. But if you are looking for that, if that's something that's important to you, you want to get out, you want a nightlife. There is breweries though. There is breweries throughout it. It just doesn't have the rooftop bars. They are bringing some of that into the area though. There is plans for a rooftop bar pretty close or right in the Goose Creek, Summerville area. And they are building more and more things up. So the nightlife might get more vibrant as more things come into the area. All right, number 6 on the list is pollen and allergies. Summerville's abundant pine trees and flowering plants definitely contribute to high pollen counts definitely in the springtime, which can really bring on some allergies for some residents. When we first moved down here, I was experiencing allergies in that, and we did get a home air purifier, which helped, but it does bring on some allergies in people. You do get used to it after a couple of years down here. My body got used to it, but when we first came down here, I was experiencing allergies. In the springtime, there is a ton of pollen for about a month where you're getting pollen all over the place. That does go down, but definitely something to take into account when you're moving down here is the allergies and pollen, and taking the acceptable precautions for that when you're coming down. All right, number 7, I've touched upon a little bit earlier in the video, but that's flooding in certain areas. Parts of Summerville, especially in low-lying areas, are prone to flooding during heavy rains, also hurricanes, which can be a concern for homeowners in these zones. It's definitely highly recommended when you're buying a house down here. I will help you with this process as well, but seeing if the area you are buying, is it in flood zone and what flood zone it is. There is different types of flood zones. So getting educated on that, me helping educate you on that, and also from the selling agent, or if it's new construction, from the builder, seeing what types of area this or what flood zone this is in is extremely important so that you can take precautions. A lot of the homes down in the Charleston area are built up on stilts, or they're built up. In the Summerville area, there's not quite as many flood zones, so there is certain areas that are lower than others though, so definitely knowing if it's prone to flooding or not, taking the necessary precautions, and getting as much information as possible before you buy is extremely important. All right, last on the list is property costs and rising taxes. While still more affordable than Charleston, property prices in Summerville have been steadily rising. Increased development also has contributed to rising taxes in some areas of Summerville. But overall, the median home price is around $400,000 in the Summerville area, where Charleston, Mount Pleasant, Daniel Island area, when you get closer to the coast, you're talking $800,000, $900,000, even over $1 million in a lot of the areas down here. So it's much more affordable in the Summerville area than down on the coast. Also, the property taxes are going up slightly, but compared to the national average, South Carolina has the 5th lowest property taxes in the United States, the 5th lowest state in property taxes in the United States. For example, we used to live in Buffalo, New York, and we lived in a 1,200 square foot ranch, and we were paying $6,000 to $7,000 a year in property taxes. When we moved down here, we bought a house over 2,500 square feet, and when the realtor told us, when we were moving down, when the realtor told us how much the taxes were, I had to ask him if that is per month or per year, because I was blown away at how cheap they are. We pay $2,200 a year in taxes, which up in New York, if you're buying houses this big in certain areas, especially in the Buffalo area, it can be up to $10,000 a year. So the taxes are very cheap down here. Property taxes are very cheap down here. But all of these things together, these are just some of the things that drive people a little crazy about living down here. It is an amazing place to live. I'm not going to lie. I'm just going to give you the honest truth. It's amazing. We love living down here. We love raising our kids down here. Being able to get outside all the time is amazing. Just getting out. I mean, you can get outside every day of the year down here, whether it is winter, spring, summer, fall. Is the summer hot? Yes, but you can still get outside and you can go by water. Does the winter get chilly? Yes, but it's not in the 20s like Buffalo or the northern states. It gets into the high 40s and usually into the 50s even in the winter. Spring, fall, amazing down here. Property taxes, super low down here. You can afford so much more house than other places. It is crazy. Golf cart living. I didn't speak anything about the golf carts down here. You can buy a golf cart, travel around, relaxing golf cart rides with your family, go to the grocery store, take your kids to school on the golf cart. It's a lot of golf cart communities down here. Amazing. So it is an amazing place to live. If you want to find out more information about Summerville, South Carolina, Charleston, anywhere in this specific area, feel free to reach out. Give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. Days, nights, weekends, I will promptly get back to you. We can have a conversation. We can see if this is the right place for you. I try to just be myself. On these videos, I try to be myself. I try to be myself when I meet people. If I say I'm going to call you, I will call you. That is very important to me. I'm not big on wasting people's time. I have 4 kids. I don't like my time being wasted. I won't waste your time. I will also give you as much truth as I can. My truth, I'll be as honest as I can. If you ask me questions, I'll be as honest as possible. So feel free to reach out. You can give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. Days, nights, weekends, I will promptly get back to you. If I send you a text and say I'm going to call you tomorrow, I will call you tomorrow. So feel free to reach out and keep it real, y'all.